Hello, dear watchers. My name is Maritza, and I'm so excited today because I've been waiting all this time to talk about this issue with you guys. What exactly is a psychosomatic disorder? No, it's not something about a psychopath. Not even close. In 2019, I found out that my cholesterol level was above normal. I was in shock because I was so young and I wasn't even an overweight person to begin with, which is a major factor that can cause a high level of cholesterol. I searched on Google what could happen if someone's cholesterol level is above average. And then the result got me breaking into sweat. Stroke. That's the worst case that could happen. So from that moment, every time I breathe, I was terrified that stroke would attack me. I didn't want to eat anything because I was afraid a little bit of fatty food can cause me a stroke. Yeah, I couldn't even eat anything. Even just when I swallow a spoon of rice, I felt like vomiting. But I didn't get any better. I couldn't sleep at all because I was afraid that I'm going to die in my sleep. The next day, I woke up with my whole body felt numb. I became even more afraid because I remember that one of the symptoms of stroke is numb feelings on your limbs. I was so sure that I had a stroke at that time. My parents took me to several doctors, but all of them said that I was fine. I have no disease at all. My mom saw this as a sign that this isn't my body that needs to be treated. Instead, it was my mental health. I was then brought to a psychiatrist. After hearing about my condition, she told me something surprising but relieved at the same time. I was fine. I was never sick at all. She asked me if my head hurts for the past 2 weeks, and I nodded in affirmation. She then told me that what I had could be a psychosomatic disorder. She then prescribed me with sleeping pills, and I've recovered since then. All the stroke symptoms that I had before are magically disappeared. So now we're back at the question, what exactly is a psychosomatic disorder? So, psychosomatic derives from two words, psyche, which by definition means mind, and soma, which by definition means body. So if we break it down, psychosomatic disorder is a psychological condition that leads to physical symptoms, often without any medical explanation. People with this condition may have excessive thoughts, feelings, or concerns about the symptoms, which affects their ability to function as a human. People with psychosomatic disorder usually don't realize that the symptoms they are feeling is a product of their own excessive thoughts. Instead, they believe their problems are caused by medical conditions. Because of this matter, they tend to visit doctors frequently to get tests and treatments. For example, I was so sure that I had caught a stroke because the symptoms I felt were so real. But when the doctor did a checkup on me, I was perfectly healthy. What are the factors that cause psychosomatic disorder? Studies found that women have a higher risk of having this condition than men. This is most likely due to hormone stuff because stress can be caused by hormones. And women's hormones are fluctuating every month. Other factors are unhealthy lifestyle, unsafe environment, childhood neglect, alcohols, or even drugs. How can it affect your body? So, there are several symptoms that the person experiencing this might feel, such as fatigue, insomnia, aches and pains, high blood pressure, difficulty breathing, headaches, or even indigestion, which we also know as upset stomach. These symptoms are the ones that often the patient misunderstood as a sign of a real medical issue. For example, One may experience difficulty breathing and believe that they have angina. So, my dear audience, there you have it. The definition, the causes, and the symptoms of psychosomatic disorder. Now you might be wondering, how can we treat it exactly? How to cure this condition? I'm going to speak this from my own experience. Actually, the reason why I was stressing over so much in the first place is because I was terribly afraid to die. I didn't want to accept that I have a disease at that age, and the psychiatrist told me that above anything else, if something had happened to me, not just in physical pain or anything, what I need to do is accept it and embrace it first. What I need to do is accept it. Accept that I'm just a vulnerable human being and getting sick is completely normal. Actually, I'm not gonna say that it's normal to sick because, well, you can just ignore it. When I relax, the tensions on my muscles will fade, and therefore, the numb feelings on my body heal. One mystery solved. The numb feelings on my body was actually because I tensed my muscle up so much, and I mistook it as one of the symptoms of stroke. And the second one, I have trouble sleeping, is actually because I didn't eat enough food. Not getting any sleep leads to headaches and everything else. This was what actually happening to me. It was all in my head. I created it. And so, my dear audience, now you know how powerful your mental is and what it's capable of. A slight overthinking can actually cause you to believe that you are sick, and the worst part is, you're creating it on your own. If you are feeling sick, accept it and go to the doctor immediately so you won't do any self-diagnose, which will then further your excessive thoughts. Train your mind to think about positive things and be compassionate to people around you who might have the same condition. That's all I can say. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a great day.